У меня вырубился свет. Ну и ничего, продолжаем. За окном провода заискрили, свет вырубился. На момент прям, секундочку. Так, это все, на надежду. Опа. А у меня тут прям 2 точки было. А, слушай, да, точно 2. Ну да. Все работы просрочены. И просрачены. Блять. Господи, у меня этих патронов хоть жопой жуть. А вы здесь откуда, ребята? Ну, здорово, Шерик. Блин, а я думаю, тут нет никого. Тут толпа народу ходит. Чего скажешь?
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any point. Nobody would be so stupid as to fly to the ass end of the colony for this derelict. Shows how much I know. You've got about 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing here before I make you take a walk outside. Explode? Holy shit. All right. You'll want a uniform so my staff doesn't shoot you on sight. They're a dangerous mix of bored and trigger happy. We've got a few extra in the old badge station to my right. Good luck.
Что-то мне неохота переодеваться в вашу форму. Мне моя как-то больше понравилась. Ага. Это еще все типа пиздить. Ну, она веселая, забавная. А так, ну в целом, как Fallout. Квестов много, и они довольно некоторые есть вполне интересные. Так, что тут у нас? А, это можно было здесь залезть, но... Понятно. И это обходной путь. Что за хрень? Нахрен все это. Блин, вообще-то там, да, там запретная зона. Че-то показалось, как будто он сказал, что здесь вот слева, типа, один, говорит, броню это, костюм переодень. Но тут только все спиздить можно. Или он что, меня прям так подталкивает на преступление, что ли? Ну да, лететь им было долго. Не знаю, мне она прям дико зашла. Ну, вообще прикольно. Ну, конечно, есть такое, что ей как будто вот масштаба и не хватает, что ли, размаха. А так, блин, прикольно, клево. А, тьфу ты, блядь, точно, у меня же плащ же этот работает, который меня прячет. Я думаю, что за мной охранник какой-то бегает. Так, мне вообще куда? Сюда идти, да? Блин, сейчас маскировка закончится. И закончилось. Да, потихонечку. Идите в жопу. Блять.
Error. Hibernation pod access is illegal. State your employer. Registered. A fine of 10,000 bits will be assessed in your corporation's ledger for failure to follow proper hibernation pod procedures. Thank you for your cooperation. No dissidents
Так,
found.
ладно, значит, можно не ныкаться. И вот как раз, блин, можно было перезагрузить маскировку. А, че, нет? Нельзя? Блинский. Угу. Там про меня, наверное. А, нет, другого кого-то. Угу.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found.
Угу.
Ready when you are.
Так, куда? Туда. Да, мне бы маскировки хватило.
I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it?
О, а там лифт, получается. Перезапуск. Маскировочки.
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
Теперь хуйни набрал. А, это Уэллс, то есть как бы он доставал он капсулу. О, огнемет Дональд, ну-ка. Вот это я понимаю. Если его маленько улучшить. Не, должно быть неплохо. Так. Угу. Кто-то думает, что это вроде зашел, маскировка не работает. Так, тут куча комнат. Ясен пень. Куча всего интересного, но... Так я буду только зря маскировку раскладывать.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Но посмотрим.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved?
Тьма.
Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
Так, не, пускай Ада делает.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADN, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my
Ну да,
captain
опасно.
intends. Yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
В избежание падения держитесь за поручни. Отправляемся в варп. Пиу. Есть, у нас получилось.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to be. Need a hard drink and a long nap.
Так, а лестница где? Блять, она с другой стороны была. Погодите-ка. Я что-то застрял теперь, что ли, нахрен? О, страшно. А, вот лесенка. Ну, я и думаю, что надо же как-то назад-то подниматься. А там это стоит он. Командир. Ну, так и так спалят.
What? I don't recognize you. Are you new here? I'm just trying to make sure you belong here. Yeah, you're definitely new here.
Да, я такой.
Don't test me, Rungleach.
Ну да, все. На корабль надо. Так, не сюда.
Remember, not to leave brings on company.
Че, хватит мне? Ей, хватило. Так, а вот и верстачок. Ну-ка. Что я смогу сделать с этим огнеметом? Во-первых, надо его просто улучшить, да? Пускай так. Охренеть, уже 1700. Так. Теперь... Что тебе поставить-то? Так. Так, ну это крит. Вот скорострельность вообще ништяк. Так, и магазин еще поставить. Итого. Ебать он. Я его себе хочу. Так. А заместо чего? Ну-ка, вообще, как выглядит скорострельный огнемет? Нормуль. Это просто машина убийства.
Captain, I am receiving a transmission from... Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
Whoops.
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Здорово, жопушник. Упс. Так, ладно. Маленечко поменяем тактику. Воу-воу-воу, вот меня кто завалил-то, да? А чё не полечился? Блять. 250 загрузок. Бей их нахрен. Горите в воду. А, блядь, это свои. Так, немного урона, и так он по мне прям это херачил. Воу. Так, ты там жив вообще? О, дверка открылась. Угу. Ну, тут много народу положил. Так, пароль надо поискать, да? Блять, я так и знал. В свинье. Ну-ка, что там? А у него тут красиво.
Oh, you got that?
Юху! Так. А что тут дверь заперта?
A reminder to all crew members.
А, у меня то задание провалилось. Ну.
There is only one toilet on the ship. Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Doc Wells never hurt nobody. Just a kindly old fella living by his lonesome up in the rings, tinkering at his table. The board just couldn't leave him be.
And here we are, entertaining the notion of busting him out. That's insane. And likely a hell of a lot of fun.
Конечно, будет
To
весело.
extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
The labyrinth is a massive maximum security prison on an uninhabitable planet. Being incarcerated there is seen as a fate worse than death.
But since no one ever makes it out, this is all just speculation.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. or permanently.
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick, got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Ну что, погнали, что? Так. Блин, ради копеечки. Не стоит. Так, не на выход, подождите. То я сейчас, блять, выйду в открытый космос, ага. Походу это финал.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
Why, боюсь.
Your ship is not permitted to leave until you remit payment for your fines and submit yourself to execution. Only after your smoking corpse is thrown from an airlock will we lift the lockdown on your spacecraft.
Captain, I would not recommend this course of action.
All right. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the idea of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
Теряк удостоверение, значит будет маскировочка.
I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Ну чё, народ, погнали нахуй. Так, ну порвать-то не всегда нужно. А у него хорошая ульта. А, то есть вот маскировка сразу включается.
Right by us once. What? Now it's ours. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I'm free. Push on, Mardat.
Stay down, Hullhead.
Open! Dump the body to the left.
Подмога. Что такое? Что меня хуячит лучами? Блин. А тут сложненько. А, блять. Почему это нельзя сохранение сделать уже по выходу? Так, а если мне не бегать туда-сюда, сразу отправиться прямиком? Вообще маскировка не тратится, пока стоишь. Те чувачки могут, в принципе, перебить много народу.
Right by us. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Margot.
Groundbreaker doesn't need trash like you.
А, что-то быстро даже затратится, по-моему. Бейте, бейте, правильно.
Dump the bodies with the rest of the garbage.
А нет, этих парней всех вон перебили. Так, знаете, что я придумал? А давайте-ка я вам на кому-нибудь огнемет отдам. О, они еще и вкачались. Ну-ка. Вот так. Вот. И порвать и, короче, всучить огнемет. Это будет очень круто. На всех порвет к херам, блядь. Так. Держи к себе огнеметик. Вот это на урон пиздец. Опа, почему у меня мосток я загрузился? А, пацанов тоже всех перебил, что ли? Зачем мне это все? Под конец игры. Так, а еще надо вот тебя изменить, наверное. Чтоб ты вблизи не подходила. Так. Дальний. Так. Идите в жопу со своим моногоном. Ну-ка. Ай, смысл мне гулять что-нибудь тут, если обыскивать. Уже финал. Патронов он доебанный жопы.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system.
Кстати, ну-ка. Так, погоди, а что я взял? Что-то вообще не то. Так, по названию же. Вот. То это же. Так, куда мне надо до конца пройти, да?
I'll find whoever did this.
Этого тоже бей. Вот так, они беспомощные. Оп, маскировочка. Моя по хребти не огрела. Весьма. А неплохо получается, они сразу он это не атакуют же ни хрена. Так. А, блять. Так, у кого из вас пушка помощнее? Вот это, наверное. Ясен пень, командир. Захлопнул. Давай, поджигай. Ёшкин-матрешкин. И сохранения стопудово не было. Да, тут внизу у них прям гнездо. Да нет, вроде где-то сохранилось, наверное. Угу, угу. Так, вот, командир, давай. А, то есть это даже не заметил. Им насрать. Ладно. Это значит, что может пройти по-тихому. Блин, хотя маскировки, наверное, не хватит до туда. Подожди, ты цепляться. есть мне не сюда, да, ни хрена? Хотя, по сути, мне сюда. Запечатано. Угу. Блин. И маскировка сейчас выйдет. Причем сразу же. Так, вообще маскировка работает, можно пробежать, наверное. Там вот что за дверка? Там, кстати, что-то до хрена дверок. Да. Спили вплотную. Сука. Место-то, в принципе, неплохое. Вот жопушники. Угу. Вообще, как мне сюда попасть? Сверху? Значит, надо подниматься обратно. Все вообще пошло все не по плану. Надо просто пройти, да и все. Че у него останется? Он же все равно потом вернется в другую сторону пойдет. Даже если маскировка закончится. Да, мне даже хватит. А, блин. На лестнице тоже тратится. Торговый автомат и верстак, походу. Ну, перед главной, походу, битвой. Ту-ду-ду-ду-ду-ду-ду-ду.
Ready when you are.
Че, погнали? Куда погнали? Так. У меня есть маскировка, да? Мне нужно сюдыть. Сюдыть это кудыть? Угу. Хера тут уровней.
Initiating greetings protocol. Greetings.
Так, вот, давай командира цапнем. Блять! Это что? Ух! Я думал, смогу съебаться из этого. Не вышло. Нифига. Тык. Тут надо, походу, в спокойной обстановке кнопочку жмякать. Не? Кстати, о чем у меня есть вкусного такого очень пожрать, чтобы хорошо стало. Так. Так, это ближний бой. Ай, хер с ним. Искать и убирать. Так, а почему не... А, ну да. Так. Пехотинец, новобранец. Пехотинец. Ого. Ого. Там укшон. Ты что подозреваешь? На тебе. Нашпиговала, бежать все. А тут ничего не было, да? Я думал, что-нибудь охранял, интересно. А тут вообще прям ничего. Подохли валяться. Это на борте сюда успели залезть. Так, еще куда я залез и... Что мне надо? А, ну сюда, собственно, да. Вот эти, часовой. Так. Опа, а я что-то... Где я вообще нахожусь? Так, ну здесь типа склад. Так, ну-ка. Блин, если я вас зацеплю, я же потом не достану, да? Хер с вами. Yep.
Something's not right. Hey, you! Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff. Oh, that's great. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Так, точно, я забыл, что может же вообще по-тихому. Кто здесь?
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is
у него на каждого есть витека.
Keep talking, you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in him.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. Haven't you heard? Phineas is working for us now. It took some doing, but employing an efficient management strategy of putting our guns to his head seems to have done the trick.
Блин.
Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle. Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
We're helping, which is more than you can say.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way. Oh, right. This coming from the psychopathic outlaw. Yes, I'll try to be more open-minded about your path of wanton dissent. We don't need your help. I'll admit, there's no shortage of talent in the scientists and engineers there. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
Вот так вот, нагрубили по лицу. О, что такое? Хрень всякая. Так. Все выше и выше и выше. Так, вас я просто побегу. У меня проблема ни к чему.
You new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff. Whoa, nothing. I was just asking. I was going to welcome you aboard. Okay, all right. Keep your shoulders up.
Блин. Обход пошел. А, все равно обход. Ну ладно.
This is nice. Calm before the storm and all that.
Whatever comes of this, I'm just real glad to know you all.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've been working with Dr. Wells from the beginning. When we moved to arrest him, he was prepared. I lost good soldiers in the attempt. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Хрен вам, в общем.
Do you imagine you're leading some grand revolutionary army? Those barbarians from Monarch are running wild in my prison. I suppose I have you to thank for this indignity. You're nothing but a rabble-rouser. I'm going to put an end to your little rebellion, and then I'm going to have you and your associates arrested. The board is the only legitimate power in Halcyon. We are Halcyon. I admit I miscalculated the extent of your influence. The board's plan never accounted for you. This is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right. Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parlay with me.
Ну-ка, давай мне убеждение сотни. Юху!
Interesting that you think I'm going to die here. I believe I'm more than capable of taking you on. Fair point. I don't know how you've managed to defy the odds. By every reasonable estimate, you should be dead. Yet here you stand. I've devoted my entire life to protecting Halcyon. I'm not afraid to die in the line of duty. Don't you think I know that? Yes, I made mistakes. Costly mistakes. Leaving you alive was the worst of them all. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells.
Да, а лжи у меня нет сотни.
Yes, I'm quite aware of your brazen act of corporate vandalism. By the way, those test subjects you killed, they died in agony. My scientists assure me they can recover the data you've destroyed. You've succeeded in temporarily delaying our research. Nothing more. That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough.
Там что-то
They
много
gave
допарываем
me
еще
their
было.
word. Damn you. You are telling the truth. My scientists have been lying to me, and I was stupid enough to trust them at their word. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments, you've set us back decades. I haven't given up on the program yet. You've caused some complications, but I can improvise. I can fix this. I haven't lost control of the labyrinth yet. Our security system is still operational. I can still put a stop to you.
А может тесто покруче? Блять, нет у меня лжи. Еще и взлом, хрена себе.
This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically or something.
Так, что ты на меня роботов что ли натаешь или что? Так. А это что за дверь? Блять, с карты хер поничтожится. Ого, на сотню. Так, а я взлом на сотню-то, наверное, не дотяну. Привет. На тебе, сучок. Жги его нахуй. Кстати, так, надо вот эту хреновину. Бухой. Давай, давай. Ёшкин крот. Блять. Сука. Погубили. Да, заварушка, будь здоров. А это, короче, конец самый. Тут прям под конец вообще такой трэш начался. Тут прям, блядь, их толпы набегают, прям злые, как собаки все. А это, походу, все, это финальный босс, он, блядь, ни хрена не бьется. Чем у него, дай бог, половину отняли. Так, надо, в принципе, чё... Точно, сразу ее подчинять, пускай мои парни его гасят. Так, сначала порвать их. Так, угушняк. Так, потом... Еще, в принципе... Потом побьем движатель. Нормально. Так. А теперь давай починайся. Ну, там один остался, но он ебанутый. Ёб твою мать, я куда полетел? Вот урод. Сейчас моих багажей. Жди его, жди. Блин, тактика вроде бы нормальная. Я так полагаю, надо придерживаться, блин, но с поправочкой на то, что надо отвлекаться, как-то убегать, наверное, или лечиться. Там побольше один остался, он там прям что-то по планетам надо до хрена летать там. Ну, он еще сам вообще по себе дебильный. Просто, короче, костюмы надо собрать и в разных костюмах поговорить с одним персонажем. Типа там посмотреть хочешь на разные костюмы. А так, все, да, завершил. Так. 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 Чем бы тебя таким, блядь, да. Опа! Блять. Да, блять. Слушай, мне по жопе прям напинывает. Что-то прям как-то это... Так, я плакать начну. Надо священного класса хлебнуть, и все у меня получится. Я же молодец. Так, ну у меня, в принципе, это максимальное. Огнемет. Блин, вот мне бы второй бы огнемет такой же тоже и в паре, блядь. Что нет. Слушай, а может у меня есть такой? Ну-ка. Ага. А, смысл-то. Толк-то от него. Это же надо улучшать. Блин. Так, а верстаков у меня тут рядом нету. Это отстой. Ну ладно, придется довольствоваться этим. Бей его. Так. Еще и джойстик сел. Так, ну, блин, сваливаем. Сука. Походу это надолго. Сучак. Половинку-то мы ему снимаем, он нормально. А вот. Там еще эти уроды мелкие вылазят. А, смотри, был... А, нет. Или да. Был бы взлом, я бы там, походу, обошел бы нахрен. Так, а с другой стороны, это что там? Угу, угу. Ну, по-любому, походу, надо изничтожить каким-то образом. Точно, это. Блять. Что-то как-то вообще не ок. Так, ладно. Что мне надо? Достав потянуть 14 мне надо, да? Так, ну-ка, ну-ка. Так, вскрытие замков 5. Окей. Итого мне надо еще 4. Так. Так, а вскрытие замков это у нас что? Незаметность. Вот, сейчас может, кстати, подтяну. Вот, незаметности плюс 5. Да? Да. Крутяк. Угу, терминал. Кстати, может быть, с ним что-то сделать можно. Опля. Так, взлом. Ладно, качаем взлом. Да что до хрена надо, слушай, 30-ку. А взлом тоже незаметность. Ну да. Ладно. Так, взлом замков. Я не просто взлом. Блин. Но алкоголь у меня тоже не подниму, да? Упс. Опять нет, 20-ки, ничего не выйдет у меня. Так, вот это хорошо, конечно. 200%. Что еще добавить такого? Что прям супер клево было. Херня. Это полезно, кстати, хрень. Блять, а он, походу, не работает сзади, что ли? Бей его. Так, а теперь хватит, давай. Теперь ты еще раз. Так, теперь моя очередь. Упади, вставай. Ёб твою мать. Блин, а чё мои напарники не стоят? Ёшкин крот. Давай, выходи с чё. Ёб твою мать. Так. Давай-ка, бейте своих. Да, блять. Ёбаный в рот. Иди нахрен. Блять, заряжен. Не иди нахрен. Блять, в самом конце ему осталось же вообще капец. Я же видел, что он присел. Твою мать. Как нелепо вышло. Но тактика была верна. Так, а я чё? Ну да, есть там ничего занять. Значит, терминал потом не могу открыть все равно.
The hunters wait patiently. No prey arrives, the hunters leave hungry.
Как страшно жить. Ну давай еще. Разжарил нахуй. Сука, началось. Фу. Короче, надо ныкаться по этим. С краю там выемки. Там по-любому. Пу-пу-пу-пу-пу-пу. Бей, да. Сука. Вот же срань-то, а. Не бомбит у меня, не бомбит. Сука. Ж банка консервная, а. Так, может мне что-нибудь другое дать? Что вот у нее под косарь, да? А что у меня еще есть такого? Так, ценность, вес. А, урона нет, да? Угу. А, вот показатель урона. Ну вот установка только плазменная, такая себе. Ничего лучше, собственно, я и не подберу. Блин, ну все, получается. Так, а где еще пищит? Где? А, они в этих комнатушках прячутся. Так. Это плазма от чести. Попробовать. Слушай, они ни хреново он полетает. Так, это я к чему сделал? Ой, бей всех. Че, я убил, что ли? Ну ладно. Фух. Это было так потно.
Why won't you just...
Поди нахуй. Но немного и надо было. По кумполу просто заехали и все. Скотина.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh?
Конечно, каждый
You've
день так
broken the
делаю.
board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves. But I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but We're going to have to try our best.
Конец, походу.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. As the colony struggled to survive, the inspirational story of the iconoclasts spread like wildfire, and Graham was able to bring many of the smaller Terra 2 townships into the fold. However, his zealous obsession with spreading the word blinded him to the needs of a growing organization, and the movement was unsustainable at scale. The iconoclast way seemed to work best, and ultimately petered out on Monarch. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Конец. Что же, это весьма неплохая игра была. Ладно, че, всем адьос. Спасибо тем, кто заходил. Удвоение спасибо всем тем, кто писал. Пока.